And welcome to another intriguing and educative session of Game Changers. My name is Tabitha Muthoni, and this is your #1 technology show where we bring you up to speed on what's trending in Kenya's tech space. And today we are cracking the whip on counterfeit products. What am I talking about? Get to find that one in a second. All right, you have had cases or scenarios where you've bought a drug and it gets to affect or have an impact, an effect on you. And how do you go about identifying whether it is original, whether it's fake or not? So joining me today is Mr. John Mwangi, Head of Sales, Brandmark Safety Global. He's going to be taking us through identifying what is anti-counterfeit and which one is not. So Mr. John Mwangi, karibu sana to Game Changers.
Thank you very much, Tabitha. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So let's get started by understanding what Brandmark Safety Global is all about.
Well, Brandmark Safety Global, we deal with anti-counterfeit technology. We are representatives of a company called Graphics Security Systems Corporation.
Graphics Systems Security System.
Yes, Systems Corporation, based in the United States of America. They have more than 38 years of doing document security. By this, I mean dealing with counterfeit money. So they have security for money, bit printing passports, and they deal with various governments all over the world. Yes, so they've been in existence for all that time, and they have come up with a sophisticated technology which is not easily replicated at all. So they gave us, we as Brandmark, they gave us the opportunity to take to represent them in Africa. Yes.
And when you say Africa, where do you start?
You start at home, because charity begins at home. So we being Kenyans, and my CEO, Mr. Peter Masawa, having had the experience dealing with launch of mass product. He decided we start Kenya as a model, and then of course we have already started talks with to have offices in South Africa, and Nigeria will be the other country to be followed soon after. Yes.
Yeah. So John, I'd like to know what is unique about you guys. What is unique about this mark or this brand that you have that can identify this drug is fake, this one is original, this phone is legit, this one is not? What is unique about you?
Yes. Now, allow me to demonstrate to you.
Okay, great.
With us, I have a safety icon. So disregard this. So this is where this paper here has all the technology, then the sophistication in it. And it was very expensive to produce and come up with. So basically, assume this is a product. So you basically go to your local supermarket, and in a few seconds, you just go. You can hold that for me. So this is our Brandmark app. So this can only be scanned by our Brandmark app. Very easy to use. Get it on Play Store or Play Store, or the other one for
iOS.
Yes, iOS. Yes. So you just no complications. You just tells you to start scanning. So basically, assume this is a product you've seen. So we're just going to.
Okay, maybe just for camera.
Or for camera.
Yes, so we have it there.
Okay.
So exactly, what are you scanning? What do you?
So we're assuming this is a drug or it's a product. We're assuming this is a drug or it's a product in your shelf. Yeah, just hold it steady.
So that is your mark.
Yes.
Scan icon.
So we are moving a lot, so that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Let me try to be steady. There?
It should be steady, yeah.
Okay.
So analyzing. So this is what it gives you.
Okay.
I don't know, so you have to be...
Just hold that to the camera.
Yes.
There, think there. Yeah, here, this one,
Oh, this one, okay.
Yeah.
So it shows you it's authentic. If it's counterfeit, it's gonna give you it's gonna tell you it's counterfeit.
So what exactly did you scan? Let's just go slowly.
Let's go slowly.
One step at a time. What did you scan? What product?
What I scanned is this mark over here, written SI.
If the mark is legit.
Yes. So no, that mark is where the technology is. So that's where graphic security systems has put technology in it, which can only be scanned by our app brand mark. So this technology cannot be replicated, basically. We are very confident about it, because all you just see a piece of the icon, so you don't know what it is. So but in it has a bit of sophistication and the technology in it. So you are able to scan it. So assume this is your normal product in a supermarket. You're able to scan it. It tells you whether it's counterfeit or authentic. So we are basically talking and working with some manufacturers at the moment, where they will put these products in, for example, let's say there's margarine. We put these products in margarine, then you're able to scan and see whether the product is authentic or counterfeit. Yes.
So what's the difference between your mark and that one of KEBS? Because we have the Kenya Bureau of Standards that gives, for you to sell a product, they have to identify that this product is legit. It's not, it has no toxins or something. What's the difference there, and how are you trying to divulge into the Kenyan market?
Well, number one, KEBS is a government body that is, they check the authenticity of the product, the quality. So what we do, once we have a bit of requirements for any manufacturer to try to work with us, they must have the KEBS and been approved by all necessary authorities. So once they have that, and our team checks, they have all the requirements, now we work to put ours. Which now, because you see the Kenyan consumer today, if you go to a supermarket, you cannot be able to tell the difference. Personally, cannot tell the difference whether this is authentic or original. So we go to the original producer of that brand. So that's where we're able to fix the icons. Then from their end, they're able to activate these icons to be used. So they say, for example, Region A as Nairobi, Region B as Mombasa. So we have sent 50,000 products in Nairobi, we activate them. So anyone else who goes sell in Kisumu and these products have not been sent to Kisumu, they scan it, they're gonna find it's counterfeit. So the manufacturer really has control, because remember, the Kenya Association of Manufacturers estimates like more than 40% of the products in our current market are counterfeit. So we want the Kenyan manufacturer to have this market back. The government is losing more than 100 billion shillings annually. There's a study where we recently celebrated the World Anti-Counterfeit Day on the 10th of June, and the government released the survey that they did in terms of illicit trade and what the government is losing, more than 100 billion shillings. The Kenyan manufacturers, or the Kenyans, are losing 7,000 jobs due to counterfeit. So we want to tackle this problem.
And what can you say are some of the challenges that maybe you've had to encounter along the way? Well,
along the way, of course, there is COVID-19, which came, but as now, all the manufacturers we've been engaging are very positive. This is a huge problem. Go to the pharmaceutical industry, to the food industry,
cosmetics industry.
Cosmetics. It's a huge problem, and the problem is it is affecting our daily lives. For example, today, if you're going to consume a beverage which is counterfeit, it will give you health problems. So no manufacturer we have talked to has given us a word of no. So we are working together on modalities, how to see that we will partner together and basically save the Kenyan economy and improve our health and safety. You don't want your kid going to a supermarket and taking something which is counterfeit and then later they're having problems,
complications. So when you are speaking matters modalities, what are the requirements for these producers? There are people, they're doing a good job, but still the quality of their products is not original still. How do you go about authenticating that they're using the right products, and yes, you can go ahead and give them the mark? How do you go about identifying, or rather having the legitimacy, or saying this producer, the product they're making is good? How do you go about that?
Well, we have the government. So that's why we have KEBS and all the other mandated bodies. Yeah. So secondly, when you have KEBS will come authenticate your products. You'll have all the certifications, be it your office license, be it if you've been mandated, let's say, like if you're pharmaceutical, you have your Pharmacy and Poisons Board certificate. Yeah, so we just have to make sure we check everything, all the documents are okay. Yeah, so the government basically does that. And probably just to add to that, we are working closely with the Anti-Counterfeit Authority. They have been very helpful, and we are working to see how we can assist each other to curb this menace. Yes.
And we have had scenarios of people having the KEBS license, fake KEBS license.
Yes.
They just have it on their product and all that. How do you go about that?
Now you see, that's mainly for government.
Yeah.
We go to trusted brands and manufacturers. If you're operating, for example, in the open, and the government has given you a good health, like we can work with you, then we will work with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so John, finally rolling out into the Kenyan market,
yes.
Who is your target audience?
Our target audience, first of all, is everybody, me and you as a consumer. So we want everyone to be educated, that they can be able to scan. They can be able to scan once we roll out with these manufacturers. The other people, we are really working closely, and we encourage everyone who's a manufacturer or a distributor, for that matter, like the pharmaceutical industry, to come. We partner together, because we have shared this with the necessary government authorities, and the feedback and the research we have done shows people are yearning for a solution to be able to differentiate between counterfeit and authentic products.
Finally, a time to distinguish what is original, what is fake.
Yes.
Okay, so just let's have a run through your website and what we have.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, this shows you what I was trying to...
This is brandmarksafety.com.
Yes, this is brandmarksafety.com.
For anyone that is willing to work with you guys, that's the place to log in, brandmarksafety.com.
Safety.com.
Yeah.
So you can briefly go and check about us, about the solution. I can read through this for this one, for both the manufacturer and the consumer to be on the safe side. So basically, the manufacturer will save, will regain the market share, the 40% they are losing, and the consumer will also be on the safe side. We have only seen cases, we have seen cases of every, like today, fake sanitizers. So if the companies were able to work with us, then the consumer will be able to tell the difference. So in terms of basically we're talking about brand protection. So we have a custom solution. So each and every manufacturer to us is different. Some might have big products. Some might have a high turnover of products. Like some do like 1 million products per month. So we are saying we have a custom solution to each and everyone in their own unique setting. So of course, this is like, for example, any of the products that you probably might have. So zero duplication. So our product, first of all, cannot be our product duplicated. We are very confident with the graphic security being in existence. This is a unique and sophisticated technology, like I told you, right? So basically, document security. So and here you go, you'll find our contacts. That's our number. Our office is in Upper Hill, apartments block D.
Okay.
Children Road. And that's our number there.
And talking matters money.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you as the provider, you need to eat something from this. So what is in it for you? What is in it for the manufacturer?
Well, number one, what is in it for the manufacturer? You're able to regain back your market share. This technology is very expensive to create, and depending on, it's custom to each and everyone. There's someone who will do, say, for example, 10,000 products per day. Another one will do 20 million. So the modalities are different, but I can show you it's affordable and it's very cost effective. Yes, the study and the research which was done and it has worked elsewhere in the world, in India, Australia, Singapore, in the developed world. So this is what we are launching in Africa, but it is very cost effective to manufacturers. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. John Mwangi, Head of Sales, Brand Marker Safety Global. And yes, it's that time where Kenyans need to crack the whip when it comes to producing anti-counterfeit products. So time to say goodbye to counterfeit products. So that's it for Game Changers. Thank you so much for watching. Get in touch with us on our SMS line 20146. That is if you have a product or an innovation that you'd like featured here and that you know can benefit Kenyans out there and also Africa as a whole. So from me, Tabitha Muthoni and the entire Game Changers team, continue enjoying the rest of your viewing.